Well, my name's Wendy Bowman and I live in the Singleton district, and I have for the last 52 years. I have had to sell 2 properties due to mining. I have put up with all the nonsense and rot that the mining companies have told us over the years, and we have discovered that in about 1989 that there was so much going on up here with all these mines, and none of us really understood anything. There was nobody to go to ask. All the government departments wanted to do was to mine, and they weren't interested in the landholders. So we formed a group called Minewatch, New South Wales, and it was more a moral support group than anything else. But during that period of time, of course, we learnt so much from various people that had dealt with mining over the years, and we learnt to read a lot of the information, and so virtually we ended up helping other people. That seemed to be the way we ended up. We learnt so much over the years that when a new mine or a new extension was mooted, people would ring us up and say, please will you come? So Gail, our secretary, she and I went to Mudgee twice, we went to Gloucester twice, we went to Werris Creek twice. I've been down to the Central Coast once or twice, to Yarramalong twice, so just trying to help people and tell them what we'd gone through, and they had to learn to understand the procedures that went on with the mining industry.
Thank you very much. Now, in a letter to the community dated April the 24th, Centennial answered a question as follows. Question: will I be impacted by dust, noise or vibration as a result of the Olstan project? Their answer was, detailed technical studies on various aspects of this mine proposal, including dust, noise and water, are currently underway and will be finalised shortly. Preliminary results indicate the proposed mine would operate within acceptable Department of Environment and Climate Change guidelines and limits, and there would be no unacceptable influence on the community. Having seen the map of the Olstan mine and the mining techniques to be used and its proximity to existing communities, what do you make of the answer, particularly to the claim that there will be no unacceptable influences on the community?
Complete rubbish. There is always, all those things you will get from a mine as close as this mine is. But the other thing that they have neglected to mention is the vibrations from the machinery used in such close proximity to the people living there. And if this mine is going to be 24 hours working, you will find that there are going to be certain people that will not be able to stay there because it affects the nervous system. Now, this has been seen at Walla outside Mudgee. It's being seen at Camberwell Village and Felton Camberwell Village, and it has become quite a serious thing with a lot of people that are having this problem. There is nothing worse than lying in bed at night and the vibration of your bed doing this, or as one woman said, the milk jug walks across the table at breakfast. And your people in Muswellbrook, I know 2 families that have had to sell out because they cannot live in their homes, but the mining company says, we're not affecting you. So the mining company tells you these things, and I can tell you that none of that is true. You will find all problems with all those things mentioned, from your dust to your noise to your vibration to everything.
And that example of those people you gave, how far away were they from the mine? Can you remember?
Oh, much further than 700 metres. Okay. Camberwell Village is probably about that, but they have a ridge. The mine is over quite a high ridge, but all those vibrations are coming through on the rock stratas. So whatever rock strata they're working in, you're going to get those vibrations. And this is where these mining companies tell you complete and utter furphies, and our beautiful government, if you could call them that in Sydney, they believe everything they say. And it's not till the mine is well underway that you realise that all this is rubbish. And the other big thing is they will tell you that they work under the strictest conditions. Well, okay, the Department of Planning puts all these conditions onto these mining companies, but nobody comes and checks on them. But it is self-assessment in the mines, and as we all know, self-assessment never works with anything or anybody.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, we had forms which we put into the local, some of the local doctors' rooms and the pharmacies, and we headed it, are you concerned about the air quality in the Singleton local government area and the effect on your family's health? And we just had name, address, yes or no, and then what the effect was. Well, we had well over 300 people signed these sheets. And it was nearly all asthma, sinus, constant coughing, skin allergies and cancer. They're the main ones that we have seen. The trouble with the cancer ones are that when people contract this and when they eventually pass away, they usually pass away in Newcastle, so it becomes a Newcastle statistic, not a Singleton statistic. Yeah. But the local hospital says that they can give us a lot of information if we need it. But the people that have got children with asthma and these respiratory problems is just amazing. And when these families go away to the beach for a holiday or go inland somewhere else, they lose it within 24 hours. Don't have any sign of asthma or coughing or whatever until they come back. Within a few hours they have it back again. Now that has to tell you something. Money. Plain money. That's all it is. New South Wales government, thanks to Bob Carr and co, I think that they spent every bit of money that they possibly had, and this government is flat broke, as we all know, and so it is money, and they don't care. Look, if you lose a few thousand people, what of it? I think that's their answer. It's more important to dig out coal and sell it to make some money so that they can get their superannuation, I think. Yes, I do. I think that 700 metres is far too close, and the fact that it's not an open cut mine is a complete furphy. Having seen the photographs that you've shown me, that is just ridiculous. And if they have to blast, you'll get this fine grey dust that is everywhere. It comes into your homes. They measure what they call the PM10s. They're the heavy ones from the blasting and from the dumping and the picking up of the coal, whatever they do. That's the ones they measure. They're just starting to do the PM2.5s now, but the PM1s are the dangerous ones, which is that very, very fine that stays in the atmosphere until you get rain. But the trouble is that you open a door, you open a window, and it just comes in with it. And this fine dust is right inside your home the entire time. Now, according to our local doctors, that is what we breathe in, our children, not somebody my age. I worry about the children growing up in this atmosphere. According to the GPs, they breathe it in. These PM2.5s and mainly ones get into the crevices of your lungs and they never come out. Now, is that going to build up over the next 20, 30 years of the life of a child? What are their lungs going to be like when they reach the age of 35 or 40? This is what we are worried about here, and I believe you should be worried about there.